Hi, here we have let S be the set of all points in the xy plane such that mod x plus mod y is less than equal to 2 and mod x is greater than equal to 1. Then the area in square units of the region represented by S is what? So S is basically the common region area of common region between this and this graphs. So let's start with mod x plus mod y is less than equal to 2. Now if you have to draw mod x plus mod y is less than equal to 2, let's first consider equality. Let's first consider the function mod of x plus mod of y is equal to 2, and then we'll look at the inequality. So if mod x plus mod y is equal to 2, there are effectively 4 cases here. 2 for x and 2 for y. X can be either positive, negative, since we have a mod, right? And here also y can be either positive or negative. So that 4 cases that we get is, first case, x is greater than 0 and y is also greater than equal to 0. Second case, x is greater than equal to 0 but y is less than 0. Third case, x is less than 0, y is greater than equal to 0. And fourth case, x is less than 0 as well as y is less than 0. Okay? Now if this is the case, x and y both are greater than 0, we have x plus y is equal to 2. Now what is the graph of x plus y is equal to 2? Now remember, both are positive. So graph of x plus y equals to 2 will be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So since both are positive, we'll get the graph only in the first quadrant. Only in the first quadrant both x and y are positive, and the graph will be like this. So graph will be a straight line like this. Coming to the second case, x is positive, hence mod x will be x, but y is negative, so mod of y will be minus y, which is equal to 2. Now which quadrant are we talking about? X positive and y negative? We are talking about the fourth quadrant here, right? This is first quadrant, this is fourth quadrant. Now in fourth quadrant, if x minus y is equal to 2, and if you plot this graph, the graph will look like this. It will be a straight line like this joining these 2 points. When x is 0, y is minus 2, and when y is 0, x is plus 2. So this point here is 2, 0, this point here is 0, 2, and this point here is 0, minus 2. I hope you know how to draw graphs for simple equations, right? So using that we can draw these graphs. Next, if x is negative and y is greater than or equal to 0. So if x is negative, mod of x will be minus x, and if y is positive, mod of y will be plus y, and this is equal to 2. Fine. So now this will be which quadrant? X negative but y positive. So this will be the third quadrant. So the graph of this equation will lie only in the third quadrant, and if you draw the graph, it will be a straight line like this. And finally, when both x and y are negative, mod x will be minus x and mod y will be minus y, which is equal to 2. Now which quadrant will this be? This will be the sorry, this is second quadrant, right? Sorry, this was second quadrant, this will be third quadrant. So in third quadrant both x and y are negative, and if you draw the graph of this function, it will be like this, and this point here will be minus 2, 0. So we get this graph if we have mod of x plus mod of y is equal to 2. But what we actually have is mod of x plus mod of y is less than equal to 2. So actually you will get an equation like this in the first quadrant, x plus y is less than or equal to 2. So this is when you have x plus y is equal to 2. So x plus y less than or equal to 2 will basically be this whole region. Similarly here you will get x minus y is less than equal to 2. So this is the this is the graph of x minus y equals to 2 in the fourth quadrant. But since we have x minus y is less than or equal to 2, the region will be this region. The region here will be x minus y greater than 2. The region this here will be x minus y is less than 2, and equality is the straight line. Similarly for these two also, you'll get this region and this region here, right? So what we have is the graph of mod x plus mod y less than equal to 2. If you look at this, this is basically a square. If you check properly, these angles will be 90 degree. The slope of this line is -1, the slope of this line is +1, this is -1, this is +1. So if you multiply the product, if you look at the product of the two slopes, it comes out to be -1. That means the two lines are perpendicular. Same is the case everywhere. So all these lines are perpendicular to each other. Fine. Next is, let's look at the second function that is given to us, that mod of x is greater than or equal to y. Now this is basically, if x is positive, here also you'll have two cases. Case 1 when x is greater than or equal to 0, and case 2 when x is less than 0. Now if x is greater than or equal to 0, mod of x will be x, which is greater than or equal to 1. If x is less than or equal to 0, mod of x will be minus x, which is greater than or equal to 1. Hence x is less than or equal to -1. This is what we will get. Let's draw the graph for this now. So if x is greater than or equal to 1, let's draw the graph for equality first. What is x equals to 1? X equals to 1 is a straight line parallel to y-axis, cutting the x-axis at x equals to 1. But we have x is greater than or equal to 1. So we basically need to consider this whole region. In this whole region, x is greater than 1, right? Next you have x is less than or equal to -1. So let's first draw the graph just for x equals to -1 for equality. So this is the line for x is equal to -1. But what we have is x is less than or equal to -1. So we need to consider this whole region to the left of this line. Okay? So from first function we get this green square, and from this function we have these blue region. So now S is the common region of both these graphs. So the common region for both these graphs is this region here, this triangle here plus this triangle here. So the part in the white is the common region to both these graphs that are given. Okay. Now to calculate the area of both these graphs, basically both these parts, both these white regions will be of same area because they are symmetric figures, right? So let's just calculate area of one of this part, and double of that will be the total required area. So now we know this is a right angle triangle, right? This here is a right angle triangle. So let's consider this whole triangle. Let's name these. This is A, B, C, D. Let's say this is P and Q. So if you consider triangle ABD and triangle APQ, since BD is parallel to PQ, these are similar triangles, right? And since this is the midpoint, this whole length is 2 and this point is the midpoint, that means P will also be the midpoint of AB, okay, through symmetry of triangles. Now if P is the midpoint of AB, let's calculate what is the length of AB. Now this is 2 and this is 2. So AB is the hypotenuse in this triangle. So AB will be square root of 2 square plus 2 square. So AB full will be 2 root 2. And P is the midpoint of AB. Hence AP will be half of root 2, which is root 2. So AP is root 2. Similarly AQ will also be root 2. So now area of triangle APQ is half of product of the two smaller sides. This is a right triangle, right? So it will be half the product of the two smaller sides. So this comes out to be root 2 into root 2 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. So area of APQ is 1. Similarly area of this triangle will also be 1. So the total area of the white triangle will be 1 plus 1, 2. Hence the answer to this question is 2. Thank you.